Let's do this, people. People of the doing. Ooh, excuse me. Story done. Pa-pow. Pa-pow. Let me go to my thing here. This is my spreadsheet. $838 words I just wrote. Not since I've been up, you know what I'm saying. This morning. Busy morning, but I still managed. Okay. Now we'll download this. And we'll jump over here. I'm almost done with chapter 49. I did not write any more last night. There's Mr. Frank. That son of a... I did not write, but I'm almost done. I have several more lines of chapter 49, and then I got to write chapter 50, and then this one will also be done. In case you just missed jumping in, Mr. Frank, I finished that short story that is due today. It's a cosmic horror short story. I also just finished my coffee. This is crazy. This is the day of finishes. Hope you had a good mischief night last night. Family woke up this morning and was like, "Where's all the toilet paper?" I went to Mr. Jeff's. I threw toilet paper all over his car. Driving to Popeyes, got lunch. Popeyes, nice. What's your Popeyes order gonna be? You don't have to tell me now while you're driving, because it's dangerous. I want to know what Mr. Frank gets at Popeyes, though, as does everyone else. I'm on the next page, though. Spicy chicken sandwich. Nah, I figured that would be you. That would be your thing. They don't have any new big sandwiches. It seems like every friggin' place has let's bring back the McRib. Let's bring back this. Let's make this. Let's do this. Everything needs to be pumpkin spicy chicken sandwich. Yeah, I have standing orders pretty much at every place. So Shelly knows. Like Shelly will go, "Hey, what do you want for dinner?" Taco Bell. What do you want? The same order I get every time, which is a number 7 quesadilla with a soft taco. Plus, I want 3 more soft tacos, and I want a bean burrito. For the drink, I'll have a root beer. Let's bring back the eagle. Yeah, exactly. Any other place? Like, let's go to Arby's. Arby's the other day, I had a half-pound roast beef sandwich which I never get. I got something different that time. I was just in the mood for something different. I normally get the sliders. I'm a big fan of 2 chicken sliders, 2 roast beef sliders, the jalapeno poppers. That's good. There's Tom Duffy. That son of a... Tom, I did a Tom Duffy yesterday. I did not write on our book. But I will probably tomorrow. Maybe tonight, but probably not tonight. Maybe this afternoon. Who freaking knows? My wife and her mom should not be here till about 5 o'clock. So I was like, you know what? I need to write. Before you jumped in, I finished that horror short story for that anthology, and I'm gonna clean it up and send it out. Yeah, that's people on the internet call that. They call that a Tom Duffy. You know, oh, did you write your chapter today like you were supposed to? No, I did a Tom Duffy. Oh, okay. So in a couple days, you'll write your chapter? Yeah. And they're like, okay, that's literally, that's the talk of the town. There's Nick Zane. But I finished my short story. 838 words I wrote this morning and today and just now. And now I'm jumping into Down and Dirty. I'm wrapping up chapter 49. Then I got to write chapter 50. Then I'm done. Then I will jump into our thing this afternoon. But my wife and mother-in-law aren't coming here till 5 o'clock. So I have until now and 5 o'clock to write. And also then to pull all the Halloween books and the comic books out and get them ready and prepared, and a table and some chairs. Because we're going to give out some Halloween stuff. But that's not until about 6 o'clock. And then my wife will go and drop off her mom and pick up her sister tonight about 10:30 or so. And then my wife will be home. And then at midnight, about 1:45, I'm going to jump back here on Twitch. And I'm going to start my Sisters in Crime writing thing. My goal is like 2 pages. That's it. I'm starting the 4th book. That's why I got to finish the 3rd book today. Jumping right in, boom, right into the book. Getting some writing and getting some of the words down. And then it'll be good. And then tomorrow we'll be on Twitch normal time, 1 o'clock. And I will write another sprint. And Saturday we're going to her friend's mother's surprise birthday party down in Lakeland, which is a couple hours away, past Orlando. And so we're spending the night Saturday night. So we're leaving here about 11. So my goal is to get some writing in early Saturday morning. I don't have Max. So the answer would be no. I did not. And then we're staying at a hotel in Lakeland overnight Saturday, and I'll be home at some point Sunday. Then I can get some more writing in. So Nick has watched it. So if you guys want to talk amongst yourselves. Tom, I heard Shelly called you and Jess last night and did a walkthrough of the house. I hope it was up to your satisfaction and specifications. Basically, each episode is someone from Florida doing something dumb. If I wanted to see that, I would go to Walmart. Yeah, I think somebody brought it up. I think Nick brought it up the other day. But I don't have Max, nor do I intend to get Max. But I'm sure at some point it'll be on something else, like everything else. Last night I watched a documentary, 3-hour-long documentary. I didn't realize it was going to be that long. And basically right after it, I went to bed and I read for a while. It was about folk horror. Up to specifications, setting. Perfect. That's awesome. I am excited for you guys to come down here. And Shelly said last night, hey, you'll actually have a friend you can hang out with. I was like, I hang out with Amanda Ward, thank you. Now I'll have 2 friends I can hang out with. Like Frank, if Tom don't want to leave the house, neither do I. You watched the Yankees? No, I did not. I refused to watch a Yankees game. But I checked my phone. And actually, when I went to bed, the Yankees were winning. And I was like, whatever. Then I woke up to the wonderful that they had lost. And so I was very happy with that. I had to immediately call my mother this morning, diehard Yankee fan, and say, hey, I went to bed. The Yankees, they won that game, right? There's going to be a next game. Because if the Red Sox weren't in, she would have done the same thing to me. So that's what we do. So, yeah, so it was a folk horror documentary. I think it was on Prime. It was pretty good. Spoiler alert, they did not mention the greatest splatterfolk author, though. He was not mentioned in it at all, which is weird. But they did, and it was pretty good. There's tons, so I've watched a ton of horror movies when I was a teenager. Then I got bored with them. But a lot of these I saw at a younger age, especially in like the 40s and 50s and 60s. Horror movies, what now they call folk horror movies. So it's pretty good. It was pretty good. Wound up getting the ghost pepper sandwich. Oh, let us know how that was, Mr. Frank. I will never eat it, but maybe Tom will, if he's not eaten it already. And fries, splatter fries. I see what you did there. So that's what I watched. What is the name of this doc? Name of this doc is something folk horror. Let me look. I'll tell you. I knew you were going to ask, too. Oh, it's called Woodlands, Dark and Days Bewitched, A History of Folk Horror. It's 3 hours and 14 minutes. It's even longer than I thought it was going to be. I believe it was on Prime. From 2021. Woodlands, Dark, and Days Bewitched. Nobody wears a Gandalf hat in it either. Right? They did talk about a lot of novels and stuff too, which I liked about it as well. So it's pretty good. Tom says, I got the ghost pepper bread from Subway. The jalapenos were hotter than the bread. Interesting. Tom, this is what I'm going to tell you right now. In 3 to 4 months, you will be living in Jacksonville, Florida. Which is very exciting. I'm very excited to have you down here. I'm going to tell you right now 2 things you and Jess need to do between now and then. Throw out anything you don't need to bring with you. Get rid of all the extraneous garbage. I know you guys just moved. There's probably still stuff in boxes. There's stuff in boxes. Just throw that shit out. You don't need it. And the second and most important thing is eat all of the food you are going to miss. Because while the seafood down here is splendid, and the tacos are pretty damn delicious too. Pizza is going to be a huge disappointment for you. There's a couple places that are all right, but literally somebody said to Shelly, well, what pizza is Jacksonville known for? And Shelly said, I don't know, Pizza Hut. There's literally just not good pizza down here. Chinese and pizza every day. Yeah. So the Chinese is all right. The Chinese takeout is all right. Not as good as up north. Nothing is. The Italian is not as good as up north. So really, if you want to come down here and you want to do a Nick Zinn pescatarian thing, you're fine. Otherwise, if you want any other food, there's going to be a lot of hit or miss places. So, who knows? And on your side of town over there, there's not a lot. You're out in the country. So there's going to be, like that buffet we went to, the B-Max buffet we took you guys to, that's like 10 minutes down the road. Their pork chops are friggin' delicious. So if you like fried food and southern food, you're going to enjoy living down here. There's a pretty good barbecue place. I mean, there's a couple of really good. You know, they got the chain Sonny's Barbecue. Woody's I'm not really a huge fan of, but there are like 2 or 3 barbecue places up in Callahan, which is like a 10-minute ride for you guys. Sounds as unnecessarily king as all folk horror. How's the gabagoo? There's a lot to unspool on that sentence. Gabagoo is not as delicious as up north. The folk horror thing was good. I think 3 hours and 14 minutes might have been a little bit too much. They did a lot. Obviously, they do a lot of scenes from movies, and there's a lot of talking heads talking about this producer and this writer and the effects of this, and blah 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 blah. But then they get into other stuff like vampires and zombies and other things that are secondary to the folk horror stuff, but they have some feel or blah 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 blah. So I don't know. Anyway, that's that. Talking heads talking about burning down houses. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, where is my beautiful wife? They say stuff like that out of nowhere right in the beginning of it. So there you go. But my wife will be home starting tonight, which is nice. Which would be weird because I've been on my own. I've done well. I did not order Chinese food or pizza, and I was here almost 10 days by myself. Now I ate pizza. I didn't eat Chinese food. Although I did have some egg rolls that I threw in the air fryer the other day, so I guess that counts. But otherwise, it was all good. So I ordered this book and I received it today. I did a TikTok video of it. Trigger Guard, a Writer's Guide to Firearms. I thought this was pretty interesting because it tells you all about various weapons and the ammo and all the other stuff and all the different specifications. There's like a page of each thing, and it's like 300 and almost 400 pages long, which is pretty darn cool. So that's that. What about all the Halloween kids? Who's going to be tending to their needs? Well, that's why my wife and her mother are coming here at 5. At 6, we will do that. Now, this week while I was watching various documentaries, my wife had bought all the Halloween bags that we do every year, and toys and 500 candy bars. So I put 4 pieces of candy and 1 or 2 toys, like spider rings and yo-yos and stuff, in a bag, and then I had to twist tie them, which hurt my wrist, the twist tying. I was like, why does my wrist hurt so much? Oh, because I did 150 bags with a damn twist ties. So I filled up 2 boxes with that stuff. And I also ate anything of the extra candy that was left. And so that was my reward for doing it. So I did it all this year myself. So those are in 2 boxes ready to go out. So at 5 o'clock, by 5 o'clock, I got to find couple of boxes of comic books, a couple of boxes of Halloween books, grab the table, I guess 3 chairs because her mom will be here, and we'll set up in the driveway or at the end of the driveway. And about 6 o'clock, the kids start coming. We have between 100, 150 kids that come, which is nice. Tom says, wait, air fryer? Yes. My wife bought an air fryer, but we're not allowed to call it an air fryer because it doesn't fry. It's a misnomer. She hates it because of the name of it. But she bought one because she was like, listen, I bought you taquitos and fish sticks and burritos and all this other stuff for you to eat. And our oven's like 11 years old, 12 years old. And it takes like 8 to 10 minutes to preheat, which is ridiculous. And if you put in a burrito, it's like 30 minutes. So now you gotta wait, so it's like 40 minutes before you get your food. The air fryer, literally it's 6 minutes, turn it over, 6 minutes, boom, is done. And so I was like, you know what, I'll do it. I ate a whole bag of fish sticks one day. Because you can only put in 8 at a time, and there was like 24 in the bag. And then I was like, oh, I put another 8. Oh, I'll put another 8. Oh, okay, now they're all gone. What page has the love gun? I don't even know what we were talking about at that point when you said that. Nick says, I love our air fryer more than blue cheese. That's crazy talk. I'm not a big blue cheese fan, so. But I've used it 3 or 4 times. It's a convection oven. Yes, it's like my Holly Hobby oven that I had when I was 14 and 15. Yeah. So we just call it the air. I call it the air thing, the air cooker thing. It doesn't dry, but it works pretty well. It doesn't fry. No, it does. I'm telling you though, the fish sticks were delicious in that thing. They were so nice and crispy. Your new book on guns, joke too lame. Oh, yeah, that was really. I'm gonna be honest with you, that was really lame. Page 69. Woo! So yeah, so with her mom coming over tonight, I would imagine she'll be like, oh, let's just throw in, I don't know, French fries or taquitos, or I'm sure tater tots are real good in that thing. She's coming over too early for us to really. Unless she calls, she's like, hey, let's bring something. I'll bring something home. Bring something on my way. What do you want? And I'll say, go to Taco Bell, and you know my order. Go to Arby's, you know my order. We're not really a big Burger King fan. Her mother's a huge Burger King fan. She likes Burger King over McDonald's. My mom likes McDonald's over Burger King. So who knows? Who freaking knows? I gotta get this book done. I'm like, oh, I just don't want to do this. I gotta do it. I mean, it's gonna get done. Um, Need to try the chicken Big Mac. My daughter has either tried it or she wants to try it. She's very excited about that. I'm not. Well, see, here's my problem. I'm not a Big Mac fan because I don't like all the extra stuff on it. So for me, it'd be like, yeah, give me a Big Mac, but take 14 of the different things off of it, so it doesn't make any sense to me. Now, back in the day, early '90s, my when I was dating my first ex-wife, soon to be ex-wife at that point, she worked at McDonald's, career woman, and at that point they were selling Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, some Scouts that whatever they were selling M&Ms, and on the box of M&Ms there was a coupon for a free Big Mac. You know, it was whatever. So she worked the drive-through, and they would have a little bag, and she was as people were doing those. It was a free egg McMuffin or free Big Mac. So she would just collect them in a bag, and by the end of her shift, the bag was pretty full, and so she would say to her boss, "I'm just gonna go on my way out. I'll just throw this in the dumpster." And he'd be like, "Fine." And then I would pick her up near the dumpster, and then she would make pretend she threw it out, and then she would get in the car. And there would be like 100 of them in this bag. And so then I would take all of them, and I was working for Black Moon Music then. We were doing band stuff. And so as I'm driving around, I would go to various McDonald's. She worked at the one in Union Beach on Route 36. And so I would hit every one from Atlantic Highlands all the way up into like friggin' Sayreville. And I would go, and I would just basically, you can only go one at a time, and I would just go and I would say, yeah, I have this coupon for a free Big Mac. But then, yeah, I want no special sauce on it. I want no condiments on it at all. So you got to make this thing special for me every friggin' time. That must have been really annoying. And I literally would eat like 5 to 10 of those a day. That's all I would eat. It's great. Okay, let's get a bite of this sounds so-called ghost pepper sandwich. Let's see. First of all, one asked me if I wanted it with bacon and cheese, and I was like, what the fuck kind of question is that? No. No, you eat it unadulterated first. You know what I'm saying? You want to add all kinds of fancy things and spices and cheeses and stuff. You do that later. You need the true taste of it first. That was kind of odd. already see a spelling error. All right, so 49 is done. I just got to get on 50. Basically, turn a Big Mac into a double quarter pounder. Yeah, pretty much. Seconds, it's maybe slightly hotter than their standard spicy. Well, that's interesting. Should air fryer that ghost pepper sandwich? Yeah, no, first and last of this thing. Really? Air fryer will not save it. Next page, Nixon, next page. I gotta go to the bathroom. Talk amongst yourselves. Watch Frank eat. All right, I'm ready. I'm ready now. I feel lighter. Whew! That hit me like a ton of bricks. What'd I miss? He's in the bath. Like cats. Cats are too lazy at this point. I should have yelled from the bathroom. I should put Twitch on my phone. That way I can see the comments and I can comment back by screaming. 32, all those fish sticks gotta go somewhere. True. I can hear them heating up the air fryer. That episode about the Craigslist toe eater, so wrong. That was messed up. The guy was still looking for someone to eat him after. Okay. Did you even finish it? Wow, Frank. I'm assuming all they did is add ghost pepper sauce to their standard sandwich, but the sauce makes the breading all soggy, and halfway through the sandwich it was like eating a booger. Nope. Fun fact, if you eat 24 fish sticks, they come back as one giant brown fish sticks. Yeah, that is very true. Add more cheese next time. Al lighter. Right, add Al lighter. Sounds like that movement took a lot out of you. I'm sweating a little bit. So here's the problem. Yesterday, what did I eat yesterday? Oh, yesterday I had 4 burritos in the air fryer. 2 at a time, though. Which is also the problem. The problem is you can't make a ton of stuff at once. So you make 2, and then they're done several minutes later, and you take them out and you're like, this is going to take me like 6 minutes. Might as well just put 2 more in. So then I ate 4 of those. And then yesterday my aunt was here from New Jersey, and my mom drove up from Daytona area, hung out for a couple hours. My wife showed up for a little bit. Then I was on my own again. And then I made a Publix pizza. Mushroom and black olive. Delicious. But I ate that entire thing. Shelly needs an industrial air fryer so we don't have to nickel and dime this crap. Yeah. I think she got the one she got because she was like, that way, portion control. I don't understand the meaning of that, obviously. Because 24 fish sticks later, I could have eaten 8 more. So then I ate an entire pizza last night. Then I went to bed. Then this morning, air fryer night at MondoCon 2020. Yeah, it would be like the whole night and then into the next day. Although, no, my wife then, if she did that, she would buy like 10 air fryers. We'd have them lined up on the counter. And, if Frank mentions it, she'll do it. That's an obvious. So this morning, I'm like, you know what? I got to go to the library. I got a book to pick up. I got a couple books to drop off. And so, got up. I wrote a little bit. About 9:30, left the house. I went to Dunkin'. And I got me a coffee, which I've since finished. I know not to say, give me a hot coffee, Britney Spears. They have no idea what I'm talking about. So 5 cream, 5 sugar. And then I got me a sausage, egg, and cheese on a cinnamon raisin bagel sandwich, as Frank says. Then I went to the library. Grabbed my book, found another book. Went in and voted. Early voting. Like, you know what? I am going to vote because I need to, my family needs to cancel out all of Shelly's family's votes. Because we vote opposite. And so I voted, which was painless. I haven't voted in years. And then I was coming home and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to stop. Because I'm still hungry because I'm fat. I'm going to stop at McDonald's. And I'm not going to get their E. coli sandwich. I'm going to get, it's only $10.15, $10.14. I'm going to get breakfast burritos. When's the last time you had a McDonald's breakfast burrito, right? So pull up 4 breakfast burritos. What kind of sauce would you like? I would like your mild sauce. Okay. Anything else? And when she hit me with that question, I don't know why I panicked. And I looked at the screen real quick and I'm like, Um, Orange juice, large orange juice. So I mean, I had a coffee still, hadn't even touched. So I pull up and I pay for it and I get my bag and I drive home and I sit down here at this desk and I open up the bag and there are 2 breakfast burritos, not 4. And I'm like, what the hell? So I had to go find the receipt and I'm like, well, I paid for 2. I ordered 4 and there was there was no sauce in the bag. And that just pissed me off. You know what I'm saying? That just pissed me off. So I had that. So now, obviously, my stomach is a little bit wonky, and God only knows what I'm going to have for dinner, but I'm probably not going to eat anything else until later. And then I will probably eat more candy bars while I'm sitting out there giving them to the kids, too. How would those candy bars taste after air frying? Probably not good. The library, yeah. I say it like Chuck Buddha, the library. Quick Check has a cookie swap flavored coffee, and it's way better than Popeye's Ghost Pepper Sandwich, even with cheese and bacon. Interesting. What about the OJ? The OJ was good. The OJ I drank down, and I think that's probably also what churned everything into a nice fish stick brown paste. I'm like, when's the last time I had orange juice? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it was like a slur, exactly. I like it. It's not bad. So there's a new. I think Dunkin' has a new creamer flavor for the season. I've just been getting their light and sweet one. And I think another company has. I don't know. I get all these like allrecipes.com. I get all these various things like that, and then I'm always reading. I'm always telling my wife, oh, so and so's got that. Oh, Trader Joe's has this. What, just random whatever. And then hopefully she'll remember any of it, and then she'll buy those things. I did also, when I got home, I was like, you know what I should have done? As on the way back, because the McDonald's is next to the Dunkin'. What I should have done is pulled back into the Dunkin' and gotten a dozen donuts. That would have been good. Because, I'm fat. I'm very fat. So there you go. And some snacking bacon. I'm not a big snacking bacon fan. I think they have that back though. I think that is back. Tom, I think you have to go a little ways for Dunkin' for where you live. There's not one in Callahan. I think you got to go back to the airport. It's like a 15-minute ride. And that's not a drive-through, so you actually have to get out and go inside. But this is what I'm going to tell you, Tom. This is what I'm going to tell you. If you want Dunkin', and you can wait about 8:45 every night, go in there. And just order 6 donuts. And they will give you like 12 donuts. Because they're just going to throw that shit out. Every time I want donuts and it's like later, I'm like, all right, we're going to go. No, we got to wait. It's only 8 o'clock. Let's wait till 8:45 and then we get free donuts. Yeah, another month of Dunkin', exactly. Like those weird wraps they have now. I'm not really a huge wrap fan. I mean, I like Run DMC. Who doesn't? But they have other things, so I always order other things. I'm not saying I wouldn't eat them. I'm just not going to order. Hi, I'm Dunkin'. Again. A better title. My daughter's like, well, why don't you do like a Starbucks? And I'm like, no, because I hate Starbucks. That would not be a good book. She's like, why don't you do like Taco Bell or something? I'm like, yeah, I don't think my stomach can handle that. That was like 5 years ago. Yeah, that was literally 5 years ago I did it. It was October of 2019 when I did that Dunkin' book. Wow, that's crazy. Let's see, it was Dunkin'. Down in Dunkin'. That'll be the series after that. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. So now I gotta finish this chapter here, which I'm not gonna do right this second, and then the next chapter for me and Tom. Starbucks is like, what size burnt crap coffee do you want? Yeah. I am Britney Spears. Yeah, Starbucks coffee is awful. Like I said, there's that one iced drink that my wife got me one time that I liked. But again, you couldn't taste their bitter, disgusting coffee in it. There are some good coffee places around here, though. Like little mom and pop places, especially up in the Callahan area near where you're going to be living, Tom. So it'll all be good. And then when you order a large burnt, they correct you. Say a venti burnt. Yeah, it's got to be a venti burnt. Yeah, all that stupid thing is just dumb. I hate going into fancy coffee places. Like that Happy Medium Books we went on Sunday for the thing. She's like, "Oh, you're a guest and you get a free coffee." And I was like, "You know what? I'll have a cold brew." And she goes, "Oh, what do you want in it? Oat milk, goat milk, breast milk, like all 57 different." I'm like, "Don't you have like half and half? And some regular sugar?" I'm like, "I don't want fancy sugar. I don't want stevia, something that's going to give me cancer sugar. I just want normal sugar. I just want regular half and half." And she did it, and it was delicious. But I'm like, ugh. Like I don't need all kinds of crazy Americano, cappuccino, this. Just give me. I just want coffee, sons of bitches. I wonder if Dunkin' or Starbucks has the better brewing. Dunkin' is delicious. Starbucks is garbage. No matter how much sugar you put in their coffee, it's still bitter. It's like, exactly. You could literally put a drop of Starbucks coffee in a cup, in a 20-ounce cup, and fill the rest of it with 19.5 ounces of sugar and whatever the rest of it would be with creamer, and you would still taste the bitter coffee. Disgusting. But anyway, I got my coffee this morning. They were very quick too. The Dunkin' over here is either super slow or super quick. They also park you a lot. "Oh, we're going to make your coffee, but we want you to park in the street where cars are coming. So you park here, and I'm going to make your coffee." And then they're inside. I think that's starting to hurt my throat. I owe you a coffee noise, Nick, but I can't do it right now. Ugh. So there you go. Do you have? You can't hear the difference, yeah, right? It's almost like I'm making a medium roast when I just did it because of my vocal problems. Nick, do you have what's the Canadian thing? Tim Horner, is that what it is? I don't think I've ever had that. I might have had their K cups once, but I can't remember. Wonder if they're any good. I know they were trying to infiltrate the United States at one point. We don't have Tim Hortons. You are the John Bon Jovi of coffee. And I says, yeah, might be time to retire that one. I like all the John Bon Jovi memes I keep seeing lately about he looks like one of the Golden Girls. 80% of 100%. That's my jam. Oh, so Frank, just so you know, yesterday I listened to the canceled song by Motley Crue, which the song should be canceled. Here's my take on it. It is not a Motley Crue song. You know what it is? It is a 6 a.m. song. Especially the opening guitar part. That sounds like the 3 or 4 hits that 6 a.m. had. It's definitely like Nikki Sixx, something that he wrote for them and never used the music, and then he just kind of put it over. And I'm like, yeah, and the guitars don't. It's Motley Crue has a sound, whether you like it or not. They have a guitar sound in that. That was a John 5 sound. Like all we were missing is Vince Neil going yeah between each line, like Rob Zombie. Yeah, I listened to that Crew song too. It was as good as a ghost pepper sandwich. Wow. Just wow. And then I listened to a bunch. And then I was like, I need to get this out of my head. So I listened to some Teenage Bottle Rocket after that because I'm 54 years old. I was like, can I get that new Motley Crue? And they went and added bacon and cheese without asking. Exactly. John 5 is like adding bacon and cheese to your sandwich. That is a great analogy. Works on so many levels. I hope to see some of you guys tonight. I know more than likely you are going to be asleep at that point at 11:45 at midnight. I get it. I'm really hoping to just jump on. Nobody's really talking or anything, and I just knock out 2 pages and then go to bed. And get up tomorrow and do this all over again. Also, we'll remind everybody to resubscribe or subscribe here on the Twitch, and also subscribe on my YouTube as well. I just dropped a couple of new walk and talk videos yesterday. They're all of 4 or 5 minutes each, so no excuses. A ton of short videos on the YouTube now. Not a ton of followers, I'm going to be honest with you. Not a ton of followers. What is this? Oh my god, I keep getting this same spam message about, oh my god, it's all random numbers. 21 hackers have attempted to access your device. Scan your device to verify safety. Yeah, that's not how that works. But I've gotten this one like 4 times today. Lots and lots of spam tweets lately. Messages, whatever. Best not stay up too late. It's a positive Friday tomorrow. Yeah, exactly. It might be a tired Friday for me tomorrow. I started watching a Manhattan alien abduction on Netflix. Has a good deal of intrigue. Only watched first part so far. Let me know how it is. Now that my wife is going to be home, now we got 400 things that were taped that we both watch that I'll have to get caught up on. But make sure I watch like The Proof Is Out There and any of that kind of alien garbage. So she didn't, because I knew she ain't watching it. We need some more good. We need some more good documentaries, though. I was curious if Mr. Frank watched the new season of Ancient Apocalypse. Maybe Mr. Frank can answer that one. Shelley will be happy whenever the new Chobot series comes out. Exactly. I guess Chobot is done filming it now. I keep seeing her and her husband. I guess they live in the Netherlands. And I keep seeing them traveling a lot and just doing fun things. I get the feeling it's not really about aliens. I need to find a new show. Like I'm like, you know what? I could watch that. What's the one where they're in Alaska in the middle of below zero or something? Less than zero? No, that was the movie. Like that has like 200 episodes or something. I'm like, you know what? I should watch something like this. And just put it on and then just watch hours and hours and hours of this crap. I haven't started Ancient Apocalypse. I know I'm going to be disappointed. Ice Road Truckers or the Bering Sea Gold. One of those shows has like 5,000 episodes. And I know my wife is not interested in any of those. See, like all the contraband shows and the smuggler shows, she'll watch those with me while she's playing her Facebook games. She'll watch those. So I have not watched those without her. So we have several of those taped as well. But yeah, like any of those shows are good to just put on and play my baseball game on my phone. Check the score, see if the Yankees won the World Series or not. You know, that kind of stuff. It will be more of Graham Hancock talking about the same things he wrote in his books, and I've already read those. Yeah, but you'll get to hear him talk about it with his voice. Dangerous catch, but it's 2 a.m. at a trans bar. Yeah, like those shows, all the Wicked Tuna, all those shows. I mean, literally, there's got to be 2,000 episodes, like 2,000 hours easily to watch. Easily. Did everybody hear the big news that the Tiger King got engaged while in prison to one of the other dudes there? Happy for him. I've been watching Late Night Lockup. Pretty crazy people on that. I've seen the commercials for it. That might be another one to add to my list. So, like, Cops is on whatever channel, one of the news channels. The problem is they keep showing the same friggin' 12 episodes every single time. I'm like, yeah, you guys got to get some new episodes. You got like 500 seasons of this, and you don't have access to anything but this one season. What we covered, all the river monsters, pond monsters. Look at the size of that crawdad. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. That was a great show. Jeremy Wade. And then he had a newer one about like Monsters of the Deep or something like that. I watch all those shows. I watch anything on Discovery Channel, anything on History Channel, anything on the Travel Channel, any of those Finding Things ones. Like I told you, I watched the Woolly Mammoth special the other night. Fascinating. Fascinating that 4,000 years ago, woolly mammoths were walking the earth. In the time of the pyramids, when the Egyptians were building pyramids, there were still woolly mammoths alive on a little island in Canada. I left River Monsters until Joy started dry humping the screen every time they showed Jeremy Wade. Yeah, that would probably take me out of enjoyment of watching the show too. Yeah. I'm Jeremy Wade. I wonder what he's doing now, right? He's probably just fishing, just normal fishing, keeping the fish. Camera crew stuff, just following him around. Woolly mammoth, Canadian, yeah. Yeah, there are several mammoths. There were several different mammoth species. The ones in South Dakota, they were not called woolly mammoth. Obviously, they were just called something mammoth, and they had no hair. They look like just giant elephants. But the woolly mammoth, which was in Russia, Siberia, that area, they walked over the land bridge and they settled in Canada, what later became Canada. And as the earth moved and blah, 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 then I think they died out like 14,000 years ago. But this specific group of them lasted another 10,000 years on this island that was like 1 square mile with hardly anything to eat. And eventually they ran out of food and they all died out. They did a lot of inbreeding and stuff because there was like not many of them left, and they're not finding other woolly mammoths because they're all dead now. Were Templars on that island? Templars were on every island. According to Oak Island, which is Curse of Oak Island, is coming back, I think, in 2 weeks. And they're going to find nothing for, another year. I wasn't into the crime fishing show he did. Crime fishing show? I don't even know what that is. I don't even know what the name of that is. I'm sure I saw it. I probably just binge watched it. Why don't you do a nature show? I would watch the shit out of explaining nature like this. Right? But I never leave my office. I never go out into nature. Like, I don't want to go out there. Like, here's my nature show. Let me turn the camera and I'll show you the leaves falling and I'll tell you what kind of tree that is. I don't know what kind of tree that is. They had to restock the island with pieces of wood and nails before they could start filming the next season. Yeah, yeah. They were like, hey, Rick, call around and find if you can find any rusty nails with flat heads anywhere in museums, and we can buy them, and then we'll just throw them in some holes. It's one of those, are they ever going to really find anything? And the answer is no. I mean, let's be honest, the answer is no. There's nothing there. But at what point do people stop watching? It's been, I think this is the 11th or 12th season. Russia and the land bridge, and they settled Alaska and built teepee and started playing Atari. Exactly. Frank gets the history of this. I don't know. It's all very, very odd. All right. I hope to see some people tonight, but more than likely I will see you at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow for a positive Friday. I'm going to get a lot of words in. My goal is a lot of words tomorrow. So, excuse me. Next page, Mr. Frank, for no reason. Next page. Woo, I don't know if that was the burritos or the sausage sandwich or the orange juice. It's just all in there. All right, everybody. You have a great, great Halloween. Go trick or treat and stuff.